And then that's why you're supposed to use vinegar, because that really gets the do out.
We're going live
100%.
right now.
But yeah, that's what
Make sure to like and
I ended up fucking
subscribe.
telling her. Was that if that box don't stink, I don't want it.
That's right, dude. That's why you should use Preparation H White.
Brought to you by
this sponsor
In partnership.
with Lakex or what is it, Fast Day, whatever, whoever, dude. We're getting subscriptions for sponsorships from all the asshole medications. Who's in?
Boudreaux's butt piece.
I was about to
Boudreaux's butt
say,
paste. Angry hemorrhoids, need them to go away. Boudreaux's butt paste. Made for you. Rub on the asshole.
Yeah,
Gone are your problems.
We're getting claimed. We're getting claimed for sure.
brought to you by Real Fake Doors.
Oh, all right, boys. Welcome. Phase 2, episode 18 of Bald Striders, brought to you by 4 bald guys and 2 guys that still have hair. Well,
Oh no.
join us.
Never.
Remember, viewers at home, if you're losing your hair, blame your mom's dad. There was nothing you could do. It's the card's been. What's Benny saying? Fallout New Vegas.
The game was rigged from the start.
Game was rigged from the start. All right, boys.
There we go.
Session.
Garrett's flexing on you guys now. Look at this.
I hate
Garrett's
you.
flexing. Noah's showing up his pristine forehead right now. Nice, dude.
I hate both of you for different reasons.
Listen, it takes a man of culture to have an enormous peak such as mine. God.
5-finger forehead.
Hey, mine's only 4, boys. Only 4. I know. Look, the peaks don't count. That's a thing. Look at that perfect cover, dude.
I do
It's
love
insane.
it. Like the Battle of the
Hey,
Bulge.
whenever I said I'm the perfect Vitruvian man, it's true. The perfect Da Vincian man. 6'1" wingspan, 6'1" height, perfect hand forehead coverage, dude. They don't ever talk about that one, but it's true.
All right.
So, session question.
Yeah.
I'm inspired. Let me turn the music on. Oh shit. That's the vibe we're cultivating?
Hell
Yes,
yeah.
yes, brother. Are you prepared to take someone's life? Is your character prepared to kill?
For what?
Christopher.
Yes. Sa'vo Zuli is prepared to kill.
What?
But it's certainly not something he will take lightly. I think he's come to terms with his past. He understands the necessity of violence, and he's prepared to enact that violence. Although it's not the first option.
And Sa'vo, what's one that has stuck with you all this time?
Ooh.
Is there any that still linger around that you have to think back and meditate on every now and again, or no?
I think probably. I'm thinking probably a dirty contract or 2, under the table dealings, hit somebody's kid. Tough one.
Back in the
Think
day.
Oh.
I think
Back
that
in
one
the-
was on Taurus.
Back on Taurus, in Slumlord City, Taurus, dude.
Hey, man.
All right, hey, popcorn it. You pick it
Let me roll my destiny point.
and roll your destiny pool.
I will, of course, do 2 light side pips.
Yep.
And we'll go to Noah.
All right, Gah'Zir. What is it to take a life? To snuff out all that potential. That would bring Gah'Zir great pause. Not necessarily because it's wrong or morally bankrupt, but who knows what that person could have done for Gah'Zir down the line. Perhaps it would have been one of his greatest allies. So Gah'Zir would not want to take a life when not absolutely necessary to preserve that of his life or his friends' lives.
Very good.
And let's popcorn to Dom.
And go ahead and roll your point.
Oh, that's right. Let me hop.
So, JukeBi.
Ooh.
Nice. JukeBi's a bit of the same boat. But I think in general, not prepared to kill. It's a last resort type beat, and would commit to stunning, disorienting, or running away before having to like take life. And I say it's not just like people either. I'd go for like small game, fish, bugs, but just generally everything. Not gonna take it away unless it needs to be taken away, like varmint.
Roll your point. Popcorn over.
Sweet. Lion's Mane, you can go next.
All right.
Oh shit!
So-
I'm just now noticing how long your hair's been getting. Holy fuck!
Yeah.
Look how majestic that is.
It is majestic. I'm jealous.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So for Laurence, I think he is extremely not ready to take, and is like kind of actively suppressing the thought that he might have to in the future. I mean, the closest he and the younglings had gotten was with that that red energy Phimarian and the
crocodile things.
Yeah, crocodile things. I think he can justify, in the moment type like split decision things, but as for actually planning, like how the Kerestians had planned to poison the Riptide people, I think he doesn't think he's capable of that, or hopes that he's not.
Very good. Roll it. And go ahead and popcorn it.
Got you. And that'll be you, Will.
Man, Bellan can't wait to see, to look someone in the eyes as life slowly drains from them, dude. I'm joking. So,
That's call.
yeah, right. I'm sorry. Yeah, so Bellan, I feel like if you actually asked him, he'd probably have that. You know how like little kids are like, "Oh yeah, if a bad guy ever came into the house, I would shoot him with a gun," like type of stuff. Like it's probably that type of sentimentality. He's like, "Yeah, of course I could if I needed to, yeah." But when it actually comes down to it, I feel like his idea of that is a little bit childish. He probably wouldn't actually take it as lightly as he says he would. Like if he was actually in the situation, if he needed to, maybe, but I don't think it'd be a decision that was easily made.
Very good. And go ahead and roll your point. Also, tell me about it, dude. If I had a nickel for every time a 14-year-old said, "Yeah, coach, just deploy me, give me a gun," I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
Okay. Like, all right, okay, the big guy.
Oops, wrong one.
The
There we go.
U.S. Army needs you.
Hey, man. Hey, they really do. Shoot. Better him than me.
Okay.
Hey, how come? Hey, I have a question. How come the U.S. National Guard? How come the Army National Guard hasn't sponsored Critical Role yet? What do you guys think is up with that?
What?
I don't know.
That's
Why do
fucking
you-
funny.
Why do you think Matt Mercer isn't sending out a 15-minute shield block for the U.S. Army? What do you guys think?
I don't know if they're a big fan of the whole Dwendalian Empire arc.
That's actually funny as fuck.
Might take offense.
I'm not a fan of the New Andalian Empire. That's so true. All right. Well, considering we only have one dark side point, I won't offer a flip for the recap, so I'll just give it to you guys. But man, last week, as a quick recap, Sa'vo was awoken early in the morning by a vision before having a call from Halleck Urson, the speaker of the Riptide Council, informing him that they had an emergency meeting and he needed to bring a group of students and himself to the Riptide immediately. They arrive, they tell him that the council has received information that a Kerestian hunting party has been seen or spotted closer than they ever have been before, and the council is worried. They had wanted to mention about some possible things going on, and eventually it settled on having a meeting with you all. While you guys were in there conversing, having tea, and things of that nature, it turned out something in the tea was poisoned. Halleck Urson got the worst of it, as well as Sa'vo getting his guts turned upside down, all wrinkly-dinkly as well.
And Timjin wasn't even there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and...
What you trying to say?
Leave that up
What's
to the
understood
viewer's
doesn't need to be spoken.
imagination.
So they called back everybody who was in the meeting earlier that morning. Who those were Gar Kalan, Sila Nase, Nimbus Finn, Neely Nuve, and Ba Shadiad. And locked them in and started our whodunit mystery, grilling everyone, seeing through the attempts to cover their tracks, and eventually finding out that Miss Nimbus, the human female Riptide representative on the council, had poisoned the sweetener sap that had been used, and spilled her guts and said that the Kerestians made her do it as they threatened her and her little brother. Upon receiving this information, Sa'vo Zuli, master of the Sunstrider Academy, said the evergreen words of wisdom that the best thing you can do whenever you find out that there's a trap is to spring the trap. So, JukeBi reinforced some of our southern defenses, being as that the Kerestians have only been spotted coming from the south. While Laurence got VN3, got Vine, our local medical droid, back up and running. Quick faceplate hot swap, memory droid brain reset and rewire. While Sa'vo led everyone else back to the academy. Taking a moment, gathering gear and things of that nature before moving on. We also had a little scene between Wolves and Laurence, where we had some information shared of perhaps visions of the ancient past and weapons that old Phimarians might have used at one point in time. So, we will begin pretty much right where we left off, being nighttime or evening at the Sunstrider Academy, with Sa'vo gathering the group. However, Sa'vo, the first thing I need from you is a 4C power check, please.
Alrighty. 4C. Bing, bing, bing. Ow. Dice. Ooh. let's see. Need one to activate. One for strength. And I use one more for strength.
So you're using
So one dark side pip.
Very good. And the strengths are details?
Yes.
Okay. Do you need a refresher on the vision?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
I mean, oh well, I have it. It's a
It's
boar
okay.
moose skull sits half buried, bleached by the sun.
read the whole thing.
That's all I have.
Okay, good. I'll continue from there. A 1,000-legged bug crawls from the eye socket and emerges endlessly until it covers the skull entirely. A stream runs quietly through a meadow, but suddenly turns dry before a stampede of carnivores rush over the sandy bed. An ethereal set of hands holds many strings, and as they pull up, a box opens and red algae flows out rapidly. First of all, where would you like to meditate in this quick downtime that you have before you head on this mission on the campus?
I'm thinking I'd like to stay central in case the students need anything, so probably just kind of at the base of the Bafor tree.
Very good.
I feel like that's kind of our central gathering area.
Indeed it is.
Seems like a good spot.
And what would... Well, you can pull out two details, or focus points, if you will. What do you want to focus on first? What do you want to try and divine more meaning from first?
I think the meaning behind the boar moose skull and the opening of the box and the pouring out of the red algae.
Okay. So as you sit and ponder these things that have been revealed to you by the Force, you understand that you and Timjin were both very similar in your upbringings, being Bormu ranchers in your youth. So zooming in more on that, focusing more on that, you think that may be symbology for you or Timjin perhaps being maybe in the middle or being in the center of this event, of something having to do with this endless stream of something, bug-like or otherwise.
Okay.
And for the box, things are, this is the dark side point, right? Things are not as clear and easy coming to you on Phimar as they have been in the past. It seems that the Force and current actings on it here have clouded a little bit of your vision. Just the feel of it is a little bit more dense in places. So as you focus on this, you know that somebody or something is in play. And you take it to mean that the red algae hasn't just been a natural occurrence. It seems that this disembodied figure, someone or something, has released it perhaps from a cage of some type.
Okay. And is Timjin? I know Timjin was gone whenever we left in the morning. Has he returned yet, or is he still gone?
Hey,
He is-
Sa'vo.
No, he is still out on mission.
Okay. And do I have any way to contact them? Let me do you one better. I'd like to leave a message for Timjin.
Very good. What message would
yeah.
you like to leave for Timjin?
Kind of just, hey, Timjin. and of course this is me writing on something. Hey Timjin, just wanted to tell you about this weird vision I had. You know, feeling the force flow through me and everything, and I'll describe the vision and kind of go into the details. I'm worried that the symbol of the Bormu skull might have something to do with either you or me being kind of central to this. And then, of course, explain how things are not coming to me as easily on Fimar.
Very good.
And just leave that in his quarters or something.
Very good. Gah'Zir, would you give me
Yes.
a perception check with your force die, please?
I would happily do that.
Average check, 2 purples.
Why not?
Ooh.
Let's get him flowing. Ooh.
Would you like to use those dark side pills? Or a dark side pill? You only need. I really don't need them at all.
What am I feeling? Okay, yeah. If I don't need him, I don't think I
Yeah,
would.
you really don't need them at all. But perhaps I can tempt you here. And these 2 threats, I can do something with that here as well shortly. But as you are returning from whatever your duty was, this morning, Master Sa'vo ran off with a group, and you were already out past your early morning solo meditation, helping out at the algae farm, or something of the sorts. But you've heard a little bit of commotion now that they've returned, and apparently a mission is coming out.
Mhm.
As you're in the commons, you see Master Sa'vo meditating under the Baffler tree. Is Sa'vo big crisscross applesauce?
I don't think so.
Is he a big
I think he's-
double full knee down? Or what
Nah,
are we
he's
thinking?
a big, big play in the dirt kind of guy. Just
He's a big Salam squatter guy. Okay, very good.
something
All
like
right.
that.
He's shooting dice on the cardboard in a back alley with Taurus, dude. Real shit.
Nah.
But
Just picking up a fallen twig and kind of fiddling with it, breaking it, churning it up a little bit. He's a fidgeter.
very good. Gah'Zir. Master Sa'vo is pondering something. And you can feel just the faintest tug. You don't necessarily pull on the thread or anything like that, but you feel that faint tug of divination, almost, of Sa'vo looking at perhaps the strings of fate.
Don't stare too long, Sa'vo.
I'm sorry, what was that? And I'll stand up and
Kind of
face
snaps you out of your.
my student. Yeah, certainly.
Kind of snaps you out of it. I could see you lost in thought. Just be careful when thinking about what may come. Oftentimes, even if what we think is certain can present itself in so many different ways.
It's very wise advice, Gah'Zir. I try. It's very prudent for someone as young as you.
I find myself
Appreciate
getting lost in my head all too often.
This planet, I know you don't know any better, but it does something. It's different here than it is anywhere else in the galaxy. I wonder how your people deal with that, or if you notice it all.
Some of them bury their heads in the sand, others stare into the void. I choose to live a life somewhere in between.
It's a fine line we walk.
It is.
Anyway, Was
And right
was
at
Gah'Zir?
that time, Sa'vo,
Ooh, go ahead.
I will say, you probably put out the call. JukeBi, Laurence, and Bellan all meet up with you or walk into the commons from gathering their gear. JukeBi, do you still have Laurence holding some of your shit?
I think he's still holding the shotgun.
Yeah, the huge backpack. Yeah.
So Laurence has the hardened World War II-esque era con backpack on maybe single strapper. And JukeBi, are you full X4 kitted out? So do you have all your shit with you and like your prim prop shock uniform and everything?
The fuck yeah.
Sweet. All right. So JukeBi is looking like a
I'm a cop.
long-term expeditionary force member with the fashions outered suits and some of the crash shock padding and all of his huge backpack gear stuff hanging off the loops, bandolier, everything he's got on him, blaster rifle slung. Meanwhile, everybody else is looking pretty bare compared to you. But is anybody wanting to bring anything with them in particular that maybe they don't always keep on their person?
Wouldn't think so. Where's the book?
The book is in the garage. The garage. It's in the archive / garage
yes, the garage.
Ed's room.
Okay. Have we spent time studying that? We said we had like a
We
week
have.
of downtime. Okay.
We had Woles and Laurence do a little bit more studying of the tome and a little bit more translating.
Okay.
We have gotten now. We haven't made a check for any specifically more information yet, but we have still the arrival of like the Ratior on the Phimar and how many were with them and how supposedly how they got there and things like that.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I'll leave it there then.
Yeah, you will. That thing's under close guard.
All right. Well, as Sa'vo, you round up the team, if you will. People are filtering back through, patting you guys. Hey, sounds pretty crazy. Good luck out there. Hey, guys. Oh, hope you, man, how come we don't get to go? All the natural stuff.
Of course.
On your way out of the walls of the common of the where the Bafor is of the academy, Sa'vo, you guys cross paths right with one Miss Honora heading into the academy, somewhere she does not spend most of her time, and she has a like a little hover pallet behind her.
Did she come with us? I didn't realize she came with us.
She didn't.
She did
came
not?
with you. Came with you to Phimar? Yes.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Miss Honora, what brings you all the way out here?
Master Zuli. Well, I've I've been so busy keeping everything up and running in town, and running a lot of the schoolhouse, but I'm still a part of all this in some capacity as well. So I had a tug, if you will, a calling, and she kind of opens up a little bit, and on the hover cart seems to be quite a bit of canvas and art supplies, as well as what looks like a sort of like a rectangle pot almost. Very fallow, very shallow, almost like a like sort of like a bonsai tree pot that you'd see.
Okay.
And she says, well, I'm just thinking about everything and those that we lost on the Oblivion. And, I put together a little art to commemorate Asada and Sugan. So I'm gonna find somewhere to hang it if that's all right.
I think a little bit of decoration would do everyone some good. It's pretty bare in here, as you can see. Pretty much limited to what nature gives us.
Well, you've done great with the Bathor. It's looking like it's growing quite a bit. But yeah, she looks around, and coming from a well-off, academically and administratively well-off family on Arcania, that could use a little work.
Yeah, I don't even think we have a broom.
I'll see what I can do. And also, with some of the archives that we put on the Justicar, going through some of the copies I had, I came across just something curious about the kyber crystals and making them formulate again. Not in a... It's a lot, but you can make them live again outside of their formations. So I've reaches back over to her little cart and pulls a little thing out, and she has some soil effectively, and she has two kyber crystals are out and have formed together in a little clump in the middle of the pot. So it's a little blue and her little yellow kyber crystal from her sabers, and in the middle they've sort of have the color gradient in between them, where they're becoming one. And she mentions in this, I figure this is, they had something like this on the temple on Coruscant many years ago, and they called it the Kyber Arch. Whenever a Jedi fell in the field, or even of old age, which seems so strange that could still happen but they would take their crystals, their last form of themselves in this physical world, and put them together, and they had a massive amalgamation in a chamber of this huge living crystal. So I figure that maybe we could do something like that as well, if this still works. I don't know if they can I'm not great with plants, so I'm hoping that this doesn't die either, which I don't know if that's possible for crystals because they're rocks, but yeah.
Well, get with Wolves. He'll check it out.
Does Wolves know about crystals?
He knows about plants.
Well, I do, yeah.
Oh, I guess you're right. He does know about plants.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps I'll find a spot for this as well. Could be... This seems to be something to, remember who got us here.
Yeah, I think you're right. That would be nice.
All right,
Well-
well, good luck.
And good luck to you. Don't let any of these students give you a hard time.
She rolls her eyes. This is their big hovercraft.
Amen.
And we'll get a sweet screen wipe, unless there's anything you guys want to talk about on the way over. We'll get a sweet screen wipe to the southern peninsula underneath Point Riptide.
Ooh.
And it is very much nighttime now. Now, the good news is there's 0 light pollution on this planet. So, even in the dead of night, unless you have, some of the wider trees right above you, you can still see a good bit. Now, obviously, in the shadows, they're pretty impenetrable. But sitting right now, pretty much right in front of the new southern defenses that JukeBi has scrambled and put together, you can see now that even with the moons out and above you guys, which, by the way, there are 3 that are visible on Phimar on night, and they're not very big moons, but
Planet lore.
planet lore. Yeah, even
What are they
with
called?
them, you have no idea. I don't know.
Hey,
if-
Gah'Zir.
Yes.
I'm just I'm wondering, a lot of cultures name their moons and their stars and things like that. I was wondering if the moons of Phimar had any names.
That is a good question. Let me consult my notes real quick.
Hey, feel free to riff it up if you want, dude. I don't have names for them either.
Hold on. Where are we at?
Side note, this is one of my favorite songs of World of Warcraft.
Yeah. Sa'vo, I'm glad you asked. Perhaps next time you're in Tourist Vigil, you could consult Pin Ura. He might know more about such things. I never concerned myself much with celestial bodies. What's down here, I found far more interesting.
I see. Remember, it's prudent to look into the future. Look up every now and then, though. But you're right, not at the expense of the present.
So, we know that group was spotted last time by one of the Tide Runners, one of the X4 Tide Runners, about 20 miles to the south. So, what is our game plan? We marching over or what? Oh, also, before I forgot, I got sidetracked. The tide has recessed out even further. You guys on the side of this peninsula, you guys have about 50 foot on both sides of sand more than you had like yesterday morning.
So the tide is not coming back?
No, it has been consistently receding for the last 30 hours or so.
That's weird. And that's not
Hold
normal,
on.
right?
Can I make a knowledge planetary check, maybe, or knowledge outer rim?
Yes, absolutely.
Maybe survival.
Now, if you want to, this can definitely be a group check as well. If you want to use, because I know you have a rank. So if you want to make it
Okay.
a group check with, because
I would almost think survival here, just because. Is this giving tsunami?
No, I can give.
Okay.
I know that came up last session as well.
Okay.
No, it's not giving like there's no storm clouds or you
Okay,
don't see
okay.
anything crazy out on the horizon. It has been very overcast, but tonight is a pretty clear night. Doesn't seem to
Okay,
be many
okay.
clouds in the sky tonight.
I see. Okay. In that case, it's strange. I haven't seen anything like this before.
Yeah, that's on most planets that's not really how the tide works. Usually it's a pretty consistent cycle. So
Well, here there are some irregularities, but just judging by the seabed, this hasn't happened in this area for quite some time.
Do you think that means something bad?
Not necessarily bad, just something.
All right, hey, give me a group survival check. Or, what pace do you guys want to go at, really, as we head down? Are we trying to... What's the vibe? Are we just marching down? Are we taking it slow? What's the
I think we're trying to
vibe?
take it slow so we don't
Sure.
trigger any trappos.
So some
dappos.
stealth.
Then give me a...
Also,
give me
after the
Go ahead.
after the day we've had, probably not in a rush.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Gah'Zir, you won't need to, but Bellan, JukeBi, Laurence, Sa'vo, give me a cool or vigilance check. No difficulty to recover strength. I meant to do that at the start as well.
Okay.
Very good, very good. Ooh, 4 success, 1 triumph.
2 success, 2 advantage.
All right. Dang, JukeBi. Holy moly. So, JukeBi, you're all the way clear. Sa'vo, Triumph, you're all the way clear. Laurence, you'll knock 2 off. And Bellan, you'll knock 3 off. Very good. Yeah. So, give me a group stealth or survival check. I'm happy with either one.
I have 3 greens in survival, 2 in stealth.
I have 2 and 2.
Same here.
I have 4 greens in stealth.
All right.
No ranks though. Is that what we're rocking with?
I think so.
And the
Sweet,
unassisted boost?
Yeah. It'll be an average check, 2 purples.
Okay. Three success,
Nice.
3 advantage.
Okay, very
You
good.
win those.
So even though you guys are in a group, you're staying close. Sa'vo, are you at the front?
I think yeah, probably.
Very good. You guys are. Now, it is pretty lightly, forested and foliage going on, so there's not a whole lot of cover of that nature, but you guys are doing a decent job of not just floundering about in the wide open. What would you like your 3 advantages to be?
I think I'd like to spot something. I'm not sure what though. Or maybe
Very,
I don't know.
very good. 3 advantages. Probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours in as you guys are heading down. So maybe, let's see, an hour, maybe 4 or 5 miles or so. Across the way, you stop the group. And you see that there is a bit of a trap that has been set up. Very rudimentary. It just seems almost like a little tripwire in between a rock and some small shrub. And on the trip, there is a net that, or a snare, I should say, to tie somebody up.
I see. Hey, Laurence, you want to see if you can figure out how to disarm that?
Yeah, sure. I'll try.
You know,
Hey.
the less resources they have, the better it is for us.
Give me a sweet skullduggery check, somebody.
I have 3 greens in skullduggery.
Ooh.
2 greens. That'll probably be you.
All right. What's the difficulty?
This one, very simple. So 1 purple. And you can take a boost die as well. Or you don't even
Okay.
need it. Hey, no
Tag it
worries.
in.
Hey,
3
That's 3 advantage though.
What would you like your 3 advantages to be?
Maybe I can notice something about the trap. Was there like anything, maybe like coconuts, something like that, meant to alert maybe a near watcher by? that somebody was caught in it, or is it just a snare?
So, looking at it closer as you're able to disassemble it, very rudimentary, you notice that there is no alarm system on it. So you take that to mean that to notice somebody got caught up in it, probably would need eyes on it.
Okay. Sa'vo. So Gah'Zir is bending over, still pretending to disarm the trap. It's quite simple. He already disarmed it, but pretending as if he's struggling with it. Sa'vo, could you lend me a hand?
I'll bend down and take a look.
And he points to just some element of the trap. You see, right here, there's something around here. Do you see it? Look around here. Look around. Tell me if you see it.
Do I see it?
Give me a perception check, Sa'vo.
That's tough. What's difficulty?
Difficulty here is going to be... Difficulty here will be a red and a purple.
Ooh. Let's make it even, shall we?
Oh yeah.
Oh, 4 threats. 3 success, 4
Okay.
threats.
4 threats. Ooh.
Wow.
You seem to take
Chicken right here.
Gah'Zir's meaning, and you're looking, you're like, well, this is really simple. He's not... So your eyes drift up and out to the horizon a little bit. And as you're just kind of looking up through like the corners of your eyes, not really, keep staying down low, looking up, you see in some of the taller grass that the wind is blowing over, you catch just the briefest glint of what might be a set of eyes.
Perfect, SoCon. You got it. Excellent. And he
SoCon?
just... Sorry. I saw your roll was SoCon under light side points.
Oh yeah. I don't know why it does.
Perfect, Sa'vo. You got it. That's just what I needed. Should be disarmed now. We can continue on our way. But yeah.
How far away did you say this was?
They're about from this range, about maybe 40 yards, so like medium range.
So I could whisper to the group, and they wouldn't hear.
Oh, and like with even though the ocean is a little bit farther away now, the waves are still lapping, the wind's still blowing through everything. So you think reasonably yes.
All right. Hey, prepare yourselves. I think we're not alone.
Kind of just get my weapon ready.
Clack.
I don't know, man. Do we just keep walking and wait, or do we engage these people?
Just talk to him.
Master Sa'vo, you said we should spring the trap. Should we use some bait? Not volunteering or anything. I'm just thinking it's probably the best way.
Master Sa'vo, should I walk out in front?
No, I think you might be right, Laurence.
But what do we do after we spring the trap? Like, what if they surround us?
Well, then the only way out is through. I don't know. Would it be ridiculous to pretend like I got caught in the trap? Do we even need to do that?
Oh
Like we don't
wow!
even-
Oh no! Like guys, I'm stuck up here. Like-
That was awesome.
You know, Master Sa'vo, how about you four continue on, make a loop. I'll stick around here and see if I can draw them out.
Are you sure it's safe to be by yourself?
Well, I don't think they would send too many people to just man this one trap. It's likely a one-on-one scenario, and I like my odds of surviving at least a while. But we might be able to get information out of this person.
That's not a bad idea. Okay. We can do that.
So,
All right.
as you guys are plotting and planning, the fourth wretch.
No.
No, you hear, just like a series of whistles, almost like a call and response.
Oh Lord.
And out at medium range, you see now clambering out of tall grass, stepping out from behind boulders, climbing down from trees. What looks like just shy of a dozen Kerestians.
A dozen.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed. All right.
Looks like there was no need for the trap.
True. All right.
They're like running. Oh,
They are making themselves visible.
Oh.
As the largest of them, in the middle of these two groups, sort of takes a few steps forward.
Describe what it looks like.
I'll step out in front of all the students. And I'll pull my lightsaber out. Not ignited. Not ignited. In hand.
And their basic comes out very rough. Sort of has like a bark sort of quality to it. You there. Are you from the Riptide Council?
From a certain point of view, yeah.
Then you know of what we want.
And we do know what they want.
Do we?
Yes. Or you have a good
They
idea.
want-
You have a decent idea, maybe.
Don't they? They wanted
want to
the
raid Riptide?
they wanted the Sunstriders poisoned, right?
yeah. And one of the council members. They wanted that report back. Or they wanted the chick back. Either one.
The chick back?
Well, she was on her way to report, and then we gave the call. She came back. She said she was headed south, but she said it'd be suspicious if she didn't show back up to the meeting. She had already dropped the poison off. She didn't expect the emergency meeting after we drank the poison and didn't die.
Ah. I'm unclear. What do they want?
They want to know if you died.
Oh,
No, he right there.
yeah.
They might not know you're a
Did
Sunstrider.
the T work?
I see.
And
I see. Shit, I'll work with that. Yeah, I know what you want, but unfortunately, I don't think you can have it because I'm right here. We're right here.
And what of the frail human girl?
She's nice and safe back at Point Riptide.
It was unwise of you to bring such a small force.
I didn't have much of a choice, really. Wouldn't be a fair fight if I brought more.
Ooh.
You hear a barking laugh go through the entire group. I assure you, the hunters of Kerestians will be more than a match for you.
Now, I'm pretty sure I can guess what you're about to do, but I just have to give you a little disclaimer. I would advise against it. With my lightsaber in my hand. I'd like to make a coercion check.
Ah, very good, very good. Go ahead, make that coercion check. That is gonna be... that is gonna be... hard check. That'll be 3 purples.
Is this target immune to the Force?
You have no idea.
Gameplay wise, is this target immune to the Force? Because I have an ability, Sense Emotions. Add boost die to our charm, coercion, and deception checks unless target is immune to the Force.
You would get that boost die.
Nice. Very good, very good, very good. And, you know, so you said hard check?
Yeah.
3 purple? And, you know, I'll hit him with the... This can only end badly for you unless you walk away. And for added effect, I'll turn my lightsaber on right after I say that. Yeet. 1 success, 2 advantage.
So, as your saber springs to life, illuminating the area around you, you see not the one in the middle, but the group of about 8 in the back. You kind of have to squint against the light of it. But you see the one in the middle. Almost envy goes over his face.
Sa'vo takes 1 single step forward.
The one in the middle works in Kerestian
Mm-hmm.
to his groups, and they begin to run off back to the south. And he steps up, matches your
Ooh.
pace,
Ooh.
and you see him draw what is probably about a 20-inch long, sort of almost like a kukri.
Yeah.
Kukri?
Yes, that is almost pitch black.
Oh. Okay.
Now it is just a blade; it doesn't ignite or anything like that.
Wow.
But I'm sure it is very intimidating looking.
Oh yeah, it's pretty gnarly.
You got a dick on you. Hey, Laurence.
You gotta pull out that Glock dookie on him,
It
bro.
seems the protectors and wielders of these legendary weapons we've heard about do in fact exist.
It's not anything you'd ever be able to use.
Sa'vo's lightsaber famously does not have a switch. So, it's a good lightsaber.
I'm gonna switch on the blicky. Laurence,
Yeah.
what do you? Did your dad tell you anything about those people? Like who those people are?
Could I do a xenology check?
Yes, please. Give it an average check, and I'll give you a boost die as well. Call's been around for a little while with you guys.
Cool.
Okay, 2 successes, 5 advantages. Nice. Okay, so the Kerestians, you know that at large, their planet had a pretty much an extinction event, and the majority of them pretty much went feral, for lack of a better term, became very warlike, and had to try and flee their planet as like the ice caps effectively were overtaking the entire planet. Advantages, I would say that you know that these weapons that this one is holding, they refer to as dark sticks.
Dark stick. That's very cool.
Garrett, replug your mic.
Did that do it?
I heard it play
Think
back
so.
in, yeah.
Alright, yeah. I mean, pretty normal, kind of humanoid species, very warlike. It's a dark stick, the one in the front is holding. Probably not super open to negotiation.
Well, they look like Call. They should be nice like him, right? Like they're pretty. I mean, he's pretty nice.
I think Call is the exception to the rule.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
Archon Ghassan requires one of these weapons.
What did you just say?
And if you will not part with it, I will part it from you.
Well, first, you're not getting my lightsaber. But did you say Ghassan? Like, is that a surname or is that like a name of your
The
clan?
time for talk is over.
Ugh.
If you will not
hold
part with
on
your
now.
blade,
I'm certainly not, but I'm just trying to figure something.
he throws One of the dark sticks at you.
Okay. So that's initiative.
Yes.
Okay. Is that cool or is that vigilance?
Definitely cool, I would say.
All right, sounds good.
Let's do it.
Ooh.
So.
So we're just mobbing this guy?
Dude, who we missing? Who we missing?
Mob
Who we
deep.
missing?
You're missing me. I'm sorry. I'm in dear need of a bio. I'll be right back.
Okay, go
Hold
ahead.
on.
You're good.
I can roll for him.
You're good. I'll let it slide in right
Okay.
here. Hey, first PC slot then. Actually, hold on. Let's resolve. He threw it at you to start, so we're gonna resolve that first.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, I'm on my way back. Sorry, guys.
No worries. You're good. You're good. You're good.
I can roll it in 10 seconds.
Do you have any range defense, Sa'vo?
I do not.
What a question.
I never do.
All right.
All right, Toast.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Okay.
No, I do not.
So, the one that he's holding in his hands, he literally sidearms it at you, and it whirls sideways through the air towards you.
Like a fucking boomerang.
Yes, that will be 10 damage pre-soak.
Jesus.
10 damage pre-soak?
God damn.
Goodbye,
Holy
Master
fuck.
Sa'vo.
Hell no. I'm going to use one of my abilities I've literally never used before.
Ooh.
I'm using Reflect.
Ooh,
Oh.
let's go, dude.
All right, and I have two ranks in it. So that's
So it'll be
hit by a
4
ranged attack.
damage, 4 damage down for 3 strain.
okay. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
That brings it down to 6 pre-soak.
Which means it's only going to be 3. Not
Very
bad.
nice.
We take
Not
it.
bad at all. From 10?
We take those.
Come on.
Reflect and Parry, dude. They're great.
I do have parry too.
Now, Sa'vo,
Yeah.
you're quick. So you get out of the major damage arc of this thing. It does gash you right on like the delt cap on the other side as you're out of the way. Just slings through you. And it is you start bleeding fast. It is not necessarily a deep cut, but it is, you know that this thing must be razor sharp. And with
Okay.
those 2 advantages, it returns to his hand.
Holy shit. Okay.
But it
Alright.
is first PC slot.
Hey. Don't mind me, students. I'm gonna go ahead and take this one. So we're medium range?
Short range. You guys walked up a little bit, so definitely short range.
Perfect. Well, I'm gonna get into engaged. So I'm gonna run. Bring the saber to bear. I just want to try something real quick.
Please.
Oh, so for another maneuver, I'll take my 2 strain.
Okay.
I'm gonna perform Saber Swarm for an extra 1 strain. So, my lightsaber is gonna get the length quality equal to my force rating, which is 3. For my next lightsaber, agility lightsaber check, which is all of my lightsaber checks. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Okay, so, alright. It's a 1 red, 1 purple. Oh, and I think, yep, that's it. 1 red, 1 purple.
All right, and I'm gonna upgrade because I'm a hater. Two success, 1 advantage.
Now, one advantage, you need 2 advantages to activate your linked quality. So you won't
True,
be able to get
but-
another hit off, but...
But I can crit.
And would you like to?
I would like to.
Very good.
Cut his head off.
Let's see.
Oh boy, I can't wait. Roll for it.
Let's see what I've got for you here. Unable to match die. Why am I unable to match die? Oh. I know why. Because he's only a rival. You are a rival. So I'll roll it. Roll it the classic way.
16.
16. Is sudden jolt. So in shoot, I'll even say this. With the 9 damage. With the sudden, what does your attack pattern look like here with your saber swarm active?
I think so Ataru Striker's like very agile, right? That's like the mega agile one. Yeah.
That's
so I'm like
Yoda in
the
episode
Yoda.
2. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm doing like the fucking above the head spin shit.
Oh,
So probably like
God.
two swings up, 1 swing down, and then back across for like a nice little bisect diagonal.
And it turns into a full dance. And this Kerestian is quick on his feet, but is not able to... He attempts actually to block with the dark stick, and it cleaves right through the very, like, the curved part of it once it starts curving. So trying to catch it like you would a normal bladed weapon, and it just sears right through the dark stick and the upper part of his arm.
Ooh.
And he lets
Very
out a devious hiss. Next PC slot. And he almost, like, his eyes, like, go wide, which they're not super big in the first place, but take up, the majority of his face now as he sees just what these weapons are capable of.
I think Gah'Zir would kind of follow it up. He's been talking to Sa'vo quite a bit the past day. So he's going to equip JukeBi's entrenching tool.
Oh,
Entrench
hell
in the
yeah.
middle.
Get him, Bill.
What's the difficulty to hit there?
It'll
2?
be 1 red, 1 purple.
All right. And just for the sake of glory, 2 advantages.
What would you like your 2 advantages to be? As Gah'Zir, you pull the shovel, flip the end of it out, and run to join the battle with the bladed edge. Look for the opening, swing, and a few of your blows are caught just on a forearm or ducked under, shunted away as you join the fray here. What would you like your advantages to be?
I missed the swing entirely, but I do manage to pin his dark stick onto the ground, so it would take quite a bit of effort for him to rip it up and get it in his other hand.
Very good, very good. Absolutely. I like it. Next PC.
I'm gonna. Well, most of us are melee. Fuck it, I have a gun. I'm gonna shoot the big guy, Mr. Asu.
All right, dude. Let's see here. Where's my... All right. Hey, it is short range for you, but he is in a melee, so go ahead and still be 2 purples. It actually would be 1 red, 1 purple.
1 red, 1 purple. Nice.
So JukeBi here, you've got 2 guys really just in the melee dance with your target. And I don't even know if you ever squeeze off a shot as Gah'Zir and Sa'vo's bodies are rapidly occluding your target range here. But you do have an advantage.
No, pass, please.
All right. Soon, the Kerestian is going to spin his maneuver to pull a shorter, like, dark stick, a knife, effectively, out from his sleeve, seeing that Gah'Zir has trapped his main blade. And this one's probably 5-6 inches here, definitely more dagger-esque, and is swinging right back at Sa'vo.
Okay.
He knows what he wants. Any melee defense, Sa'vo?
No melee defense. I do have parry though,
Okay.
and I will of course be using that.
Very good. So that'll be 8 pre-soak.
And I have, looks like, 2 ranks in parry.
So that'll be 5 damage now. So
Alright.
now, so that'll take it down all the way to 0.
Nice.
With your soak. So you are able to definitely, now even saber in one hand, you're able to use your free hand and just your agility otherwise to bat away the sharp, catch his wrist on one, twist it, push him back to create room.
All right.
The stories are true. You are quite a formidable warrior. That'll be our next PC slot.
We can just talk about this. We don't have to keep doing this.
Yeah, what are the other Kerestians doing?
Oh, they're hauling ass to the south.
They ran.
They ran. He barked something to him in Kerestian, and they took off back down south.
Also, what was the name? Archon Gassan?
Archon.
Or Arcan?
Gassan. Archon, yeah. Archon.
ARCH.
You know what? I'm gonna try to shoot this guy with a slingshot.
Yes, bro.
Hey, one red, one purple.
Alright.
We need some real slings in chat.
Everybody.
And, I guess as I'm doing it, I'll like shout out like, "Why do you even do that? We don't want to fight you." And I'll boop. 2 fails.
So as you're slinging them, you make contact here, but they have it is armor. It's not anything that you have necessarily ever seen before. It's not like plastoid. It does seem to be like forged armor. Seems to be like actually like metal armor of some kind. So as you're slinging, little bit short, 2 of them ping off of his chest plate. What would you like? Oh, you did have a boost die though. So go ahead and roll that one in there real quick because you did get past one. So 3 advantages. What would you like 3 advantages to be?
Of the Kerestians that ran, the one in the back got tripped up and is a little bit closer to maybe potentially catch him.
Very good. You, Laurence, as you're engaging and as you ask this, you hear like a yelp from a little bit further past this guy, and you see a tree snare snap up as one of the Kerestians' ankles has been snared by a rope snare, and he's hanging upside down, now trying to discombobulate or recombobulate himself and free himself.
Awesome.
And what did you say? What'd you ask?
Like, shit.
Why are you doing this? Is that what you said?
Why are you doing this? We don't want to fight you. Yeah.
To cement our survival on this world, we need the grandest of armaments. for what is to come.
You need the grandest of armies for what's to come. We all need to
Armaments.
be working to get. No, I know what he said. I'm
Okay.
saying armies. Your people don't stand the chance against what's coming, even with this.
This battle's not over yet. I believe Bellan, I think you're the last one.
E-money.
All right, sorry about that. I was fucking muted. Okay, so we've been basically piling on the big guy, right?
He's the only guy, yeah.
There is
Oh,
the only.
okay. They all ran. I thought only a handful of them ran.
Oh no,
Okay.
they all he gave an order in Kerestian and they all 8 of them took off.
But one of them got
Okay,
caught in their own trap. so
And then
he's
one
some
is
distance off.
snared
Who's he
a
focusing
little
on
bit
the
down the
most?
focus. Definitely
who's he
Sa'vo.
facing?
100%
Okay.
Sa'vo.
I try to like run behind him, and then I want to try to like lunge at him.
Very good. It'll take 2 strain to get all the way around.
All right.
Yeah. But then you can make your attack.
Okay, and that's gonna be easy because I'm engaged, right?
It'll be
Or is it average.
it actually is going to be the same. It'll be 1 red, 1 purple.
Okay. Oh.
Wow, close.
So now, Bellan, as you pick your way across the battlefield here in a flanking position, you're in a pretty good spot here.
Mhm.
And now it seems that knowing that there's probably 0 chance he's getting his main armament back from underneath Gah'Zir's foot, he's willing to separate from it in defense of himself from you. So as you're swinging your glaive, he's able to take that dark stick and catch you blade to blade now. And you can feel it, Bellan. You're well practiced. But even the knife itself with the curve seems to be meant to catch and redirect other bladed weapons. So even here, he's able to catch it on the overhand and push it off to the side of him and close the gap with you getting nice and tight in your space.
Okay.
But I will give it to you.
Blaine.
You do have 2 advantages. What would you like your advantages to be?
I would like him to have a setback on his next roll.
Very good. I doubt he'll make it,
boy.
but Sa'vo,
We'll
you're
try.
up.
Sa'vo is up. I'm gonna use another cool little thing that I have.
Got so many cool things.
I'm going to use now the Master. And I'm gonna use it on Gah'Zir's Sea Shaper. Will that work out here?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to ensnare this guy with his control upgrade. Is that how that works?
I believe.
I've
Is
spec'd into the control tree,
yeah, is
so
it
he could
just
use it.
Is
Yeah.
it just the base power you get with now the Master, or is it
Wants to gain the talent or force power until the end of the encounter. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, wait, it says any talent or force power? I didn't realize it was talents too. But yeah, it says gain the talent or force power. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
same number and
spec'd
type of
into-
upgrades that the target possesses? Woo!
Incredible. Yeah.
So- Roll your force die. Or
Alright.
As lo-
your force pool, I should say.
And then if that hits, he's got to make a 3 difficulty athletics check to get out.
Correct.
Bow. And I will, of course.
It will be. Now it is contested, so it'll be a discipline v discipline check.
Okay,
So
okay.
roll. Keep that force pool, but roll your discipline check, and
Okay.
assumes would just be 1 red and 1 purple as well.
Alrighty. I'm gonna upgrade this because I'm nervous. Ooh.
Hey, you have 4 points, and you only need 2 to get the
I'll spin
Control.
one of the dark sides. That's 1 strain, right?
Yep.
Alrighty, I'll do it.
Alrighty. So, what does that look like, Sa'vo?
So, question. I actually have a question for you. Does Gah'Zir feel anything whenever I do this? Because I'm like effectively siphoning this from him, right? Kind of. Not siphoning, but like.
I would almost say it's like an amplification of my presence in the Force. Like you're like almost a conduit.
I would say that anybody. Well, I would say specifically since it's you two, Gah'Zir, you feel like the Pacific Rim mind meld. As Sa'vo is plucking things from your brain. But for the actual ones, like for the actual C shape or for the what does this ensnarage look like?
I'm once again I'm imagining Sylvanas and the BFA where she just kind of like does that kind of thing, and maybe like some seaweed tendrils or little whatever little vine plants grow on this planet just kind of snap out from the sand and hook around his legs.
Absolutely. And there's like the tall grass and the moss and things like that. So everything that is living and around you guys right now exponentially grows, and all 4 of his limbs are just like suddenly, like his feet, moss grows up and around them up to his calves. The grass latches around his wrists.
And Sa'vo, as you pull from Gah'Zir, you hear in your mind Gah'Zir's voice, "Be careful."
Be careful. Oh boy. And
That was so cool.
hell yeah, this is the first time I've ever used
actually.
it. I had it with Declan.
You do still have maneuvers, or a maneuver.
Let me see. As a maneuver. I'd like to disengage from him.
Okay.
That's it.
Next PC.
So for my maneuver, I would like to pick up the dark stick.
Okay. And okay.
I have it at the ready.
Upgrade.
However, for my action, I would like to use Inspiring Rhetoric
Okay.
and attempt to heal some of Sa'vo's strength.
Very, very good.
My man.
I can use 1 advantage. Hold on, let's see. Okay. It doesn't trigger, unfortunately. I have to get 1 success, and then each additional advantage I can heal an extra strain with. So I don't think that triggers.
Now,
but
Sa'vo,
it does-
did you use your 2 advantages?
I did not. I would like
so
to
you can
heal
bump some
strain with
strain
those.
off with that. Yeah.
Okay.
So we can count that as a success for you, Gah'Zir.
Okay.
In the
Perfect.
narrative. So what do you inspire Sa'vo with?
What a magnificent mastery over the Force, Sa'vo. Truly impressed.
Ah. Yeah, that shit feel good. What? I love whenever students admire me. Makes me feel like I'm doing my job.
Very good. And that'll be our next PC slot.
And then, Jake, would I be able to use the dark stick as a melee weapon?
Yeah, you have it. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I will send that stat block over to you in a second. Yeah. I believe it was JukeBi. I think it was you.
Yes. I can't really do much apart from shoot,
Keep him-
shoot you.
Keep him alive if we can.
Yeah. Shoot, pew, pew.
And I will say now that he's ensnared and somebody disengaged, it'd just be the 1 purple. Oh, or the
Just
1
one
red.
purple.
The 1 red on it.
1 red. Okay. Let's go.
All right. JukeBi, are you on the stun setup, or are you ripping?
Stun.
Very good.
Yes.
So as you line one up, You say, "Oh, whoops!" Flick it on.
Those are on.
And it hits him. And he's not necessarily asleep, but he certainly is over his threshold. He is incapacitated. For sure.
Ooh.
And the weeds and everything like that are holding him up.
Oh, nice.
I have never dealt stun damage until this campaign, and I have stunned 2 people.
Classic.
All right.
So as he's incapacitated,
Disarm him.
you've bested me. He's already bound.
Well, you know.
You have bested me, warriors. This is my greatest dishonor. Relieve me of my armaments and send me to the great darkness, as I deserve.
Whoa, dude. Did you just say you wanted us to kill him?
I
Now,
think that's what he means by the
listen,
great darkness.
listen. We'll disarm you, but we're not sending you anywhere. You're
Wait,
gonna
you're
come
take
with
his
us.
arms, though?
His weapons,
Fuck it.
JukeBi. His weapons. We need strong fighters like you for what's to come. You're no good to anybody dead. You know, punch him in his face for effect to knock him out.
He's already knocked out.
You'll forgive me for this. All right.
And he slumps over, and the plants stay the same growth length, but do release him.
Ooh, that's an interesting flavor text. They don't recede.
They do not.
Oh, interesting.
Species, please. No.
All right, Noah, are you ready for the dark stick stats?
Oh,
Ooh.
I will be in 2 seconds.
Okay,
Yes, I am.
they're not super special, but
That's fine.
it is melee weapon.
Yep.
It does. Let's see here. It's +3 damage,
All right.
and crit is 2.
All right.
0 hard points.
Also, take
Okay.
it from me. They hurt.
Better than a shovel.
Certainly.
And is that it?
That's it.
All right.
And they can be thrown. It uses range of light.
Okay.
So-
Ooh.
Melee.
But as you hold it and inspect it, it seems handmade for sure. The blade itself is forged. This one's missing a little bit of the tip since it got sliced by a saber, but it's still sharp. Got cut right through. So it's a little bit shorter. The haft is some hard wood. Not any that you're familiar with, certainly not from this planet. But sanded, smoothed down. And like the bulb on the end of it seems to be so it can be used as almost like a claw, like held in between the fingers,
Oh, cool,
as well
yeah.
as held in the haft of it.
Like a talon. All right.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So,
Cool.
what would you guys like to do with Kerestian now that he's knocked out on the beach?
We should bring him back and make him stand trial.
There
Yeah,
will
but
be time for that.
yeah, we have a mission still to accomplish.
We may need to call X4 to come do another pickup for us. Seems like we've been doing that a lot lately.
Hey, Laurence, see if you can pick him up on the comm.
Yeah.
Could we
Does
leave
it
a
reach this far?
Lara beacon?
No, the comm link should work. It's hard.
Okay.
And then I don't know if that's a good point for me to bow out.
That is a good one. I mean, as good as any, I would
Alright.
say. But
Got to do some really cool stuff. Nah. Also, don't forget, next week.
where is that corporal's name? Hold on.
I'll have his badge number.
Oh, there. Oh, yes, I knew we had him. But you pick up the common. It's actually Sergeant. But Laurence, you're able to hail him. Sergeant Sarah picks up. Get the little run around. Hey, I just want to be clear with you Sunstrider folk. We're not your personal delivery service or a package acquiring or runarounders.
Well, definitely are very good at protecting us.
You're not
that's
on the
for sure.
phone.
Oh, sorry, I thought we could all
You're
hear.
like pulling it away from
Yeah.
Bellan. Come on. You make a good point, sir, but I do want to just point out that these Kerestians are threatening the whole of Point Riptide, and that it should be some concern to you as well.
Yeah. We're already on the way. Click.
JukeBi, handle your
You're a
people.
credit.
Handle your people, JukeBi.
All right, Sa'vo.
Right.
Any parting words or any direction before you go that I can take over for you?
Let the students lead the way from here on.
Very good. Very good.
And don't forget to tell the viewers at home next week, catch us live Friday night.
That's right. We'll talk more about that on Tales from the Cargo Hold post session tonight.
Amen. You want my camera on?
Yes, please, so I don't have to readjust all my shit. Thanks, bud.
All right. See you guys
later, Chris.
next week.
They agree.
So, are we continuing south?
Si, senor.
I think so.
Should we find out what that order was that he shouted at? And I point at the dude that's still hanging.
So, Laurence, as you point, you see the rope swinging in the wind.
Uh-oh.
Seems to be slashed his own rope free to scurry on back south.
Well,
That's not good. Wasn't anyone keeping an eye on him?
I think we had more pressing matters to attend to. But with
Young-
how quickly they were running, it shouldn't be too hard to track them down.
Bellan, there was somebody trying to kill us.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to wait for X4, so yeah, like Gah'Zir said, it'd probably be pretty easy to track their steps.
I mean, I think
let's-
he'll be out for a while. No need to wait for X4. We could just leave a...
I think we just drag
Signal
him down
beacon.
to the beach and let
Yeah.
X4 come find him.
He should be gone for a while. Again, Sa'vo wasn't very gentle with him.
Sa'vo puts his arms underneath the armpits of Asun and just medic carries, drags his heels down to the beach and just dumps him by the water.
well, yeah, I mean, in that case, continue south, right?
Let's go.
I think so.
All right. Are you guys trying to follow footsteps?
Yeah, just like cut branches, footsteps,
Right.
trod, junk foliage.
One more survival check then as we get a nice little screen wipe as you guys head down south.
I have 3 greens in survival.
Shoot.
All right. Difficulty?
This will be an easy check. One purple. And
One
take
purple,
boost die as well for the unassisted or
All right.
unskilled.
Wow.
Dang. Now 5 advantages.
Okay. No,
Ooh, a Gah'Zir.
I'm not able to track anything. But,
Gah'Zir.
yeah.
Roll your force die.
Yeah, you guys see Gah'Zir just kind of stand there for a second, like he's just frozen, like he's looking at tracks and then just pauses. What does he see? Yeah.
Gah'Zir sees something not of this world. He sees something not dissimilar to the Riptide, but a deconstruction, a purposeful deconstruction of a ship meant to be a establishment, meant to break down and be a colony.
Okay.
And you
Is it a-
see, in a roundabout way, you see a tide pool on the bottom of the ocean. The oily secretion of a creature heavier than water settled down into this tide pool. Only a bit. Seems to be maybe 10% of this pool, sort of like oil and water, together in this container. One, but purposefully separate.
A lot of people there. A lot of Kerestians there.
You don't necessarily see people.
Okay.
You get the image of this place, though. This,
Okay.
This unworldly place.
Okay. No, I lost them here. I can't tell. They could have either split left or kept going straight. Yeah. I don't know. I guess we could just head south and keep an eye out.
I mean, they know we're coming, so they might have another ambush or something.
We'll just have to spring
Who
that
knows
one
how
too.
many of them there are?
It's just what's our end goal here? We can't knock them all out and bring them back to Riptide. Are we gonna? We were recon? Is that what we were doing?
Yeah, they didn't want to talk. They just wanted Sa'vo's lightsaber.
So now we know an objective. We have one of their leaders, or at least someone in a leadership position.
Maybe that'll help us get to the table.
Maybe. But I would like to know just a little bit more about why they think they need this. Who's the Archon? Do they really think they're going to battle an entire world of Phimarians on their own? If so, they're sorely mistaken. What makes them think they even could? That's something worth knowing about.
Those dart sticks seem pretty cool. It was like he was able to call it back to his hand.
They're so sure
Yeah.
of themselves. They must be really strong, huh?
That are really stupid.
Students, many people have a overinflated view of themselves. I do think it wise to perhaps continue on a path of diplomacy.
Yeah, we don't have to assault them. We just need to learn more about them. I feel they might be rather interesting. As were you to us when we first found out about you.
Well, let's continue south.
Right behind you.
As you guys continue on south, and we are in the dead of night now. So, everybody give me a resilience check. 1 purple.
Let's go.
Yeah, boy.
All right, 2 failures, 3 successes. So we're able to continue the march, even though we've been up literally all day, and it is probably 11 or 12 o'clock at night now. Sa'vo, Laurence, you guys are yawning every now and again, shaking, trying to stay awake, doing what you can. But everybody else, we're wired up.
All jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Now, after that, next 6, go ahead and give me a group perception check.
I believe
See what my
I had
perception
2
is.
yellows and a green.
I know.
got two yellows.
All you.
Sa'vo,
Mine's
What
not
it-
very high.
what it
Mine's
be?
3 green.
yeah, Sa'vo's only got 2 green.
Would it be what it do?
Difficulty here is going to be average check, but 1 setback die for the darkness. Failure 3. What would you like your 3 advantages to be?
Is this like fieldsy, plainsy, beach islandy, rocky outcroppings? What's
very,
going on?
very much. This middle strip has now opened up into like a manor island, if you will. So we're having more trees, more undergrowth, definitely more, equator foresty in the middle here.
Can we pick a path that like prevents ambush opportunity with 3 advantages?
Yes, I would say yes. Well, with that, with those 3 advantages, go ahead and give me a stealth check then to try and pick a path that prevents discovery.
I am 2 greens. Oh, is it group or is it just me?
Group check.
I have
I think-
3 greens.
I think Sa'vo has 4 greens here.
Yeah, I think Sa'vo's and stuff.
Very good. Well, go ahead. Go ahead and roll his 4 greens and take the boost die, JukeBi. And it'll just be 2 purples. Okay, so
All right.
JukeBi, even though we're not able to see any signs or anything like that, the quick thinking to try and cover our tracks alters y'all's course just a bit. And as you're picking a side path through, you begin to hear like the howling and barking of some type of animal, as well as a familiar sound of like the Kerestian language. And as you peer through some shrubs and undergrowth, there is like a forward operating like camp or base that has been set up here in a clearing. There's like 4 or 5 tents, 2 big fire pits, and what look like squat, sort of compact, not very long, but real stocky, sort of act dog-esque animals. and they're fighting over like some big bone. There's two of them. And the camp itself, the Kerestians seem to be on high alert.
All right. Gah'Zir would kind of come up to JukeBi as he's surveying. That was some display of weaponry back there. Quite fond of your rifle?
Yeah, sometimes I hit things.
Nice. How does it run? What are you shooting out of there?
There's a fusion battery in the center, and I can overcharge it for lethal rounds, or undercharge it for stun rounds.
Pretty cool. What happens if you run out of charge?
Then it doesn't fire anymore. But typically with the fusion generator, I can recharge.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a little something they rigged up because we can't exactly get our hands on too many ammunition packets.
Makes sense. Anyway, what do you think the best way in is?
Well, I'm a little apprehensive about actually going in, but if we're going Rambo First Blood, I could make a bomb. If we'd like to talk to him, I'm sure we can do something else.
I'm sorry, I'm unfamiliar.
Well, okay, so they
Famous-
drew First Blood.
Famous Star Wars movie, Rambo: First Blood, about a defected stormtrooper fighting against the Empire on a backworld planet on Mumbin in the
Well, hold
jungles of
on.
Mumbin.
I think you fucked up. That title because it's supposed to be First Blood, and in the second movie's Rambo: First Blood Part 2. Dummy.
I quoted one movie.
Well, if we want to maintain our diplomatic approach, perhaps it would be better to just walk in the front door.
Yeah, but we knocked out one of their guys.
They don't know that.
And the first thing they said was, "Give us the lightsaber, or we'll kick your ass."
Well, if he doesn't show up again, that probably means that we kicked his ass. And you possess one of his armaments.
I do.
So is it like a show of force thing? Like, hey, we'll kick you guys' ass too? We already kicked this other guy's ass?
We could go that route.
Seems to be that they respect shows of strength, so might not be a bad idea.
I could try and cook something up.
Wait, what are we cooking?
Just follow my lead.
Very well.
All right. So, wipe to us on the path to the front gate. Gah'Zir will happily take point, kind of walking shoulders back, grinning a little bit, spinning the talons of the dark stick through his fingers on open display. How was he greeted by the guard on the external walls?
There's no walls or anything like that. It's just you have like a little brush cutaway
sure,
to
yeah.
it. But it takes a while for them to notice you. But it seems that they, like, before the light of the campfire even hits you, they notice you, seeming that they probably have some sort of enhanced dark vision, right?
Okay.
But as they notice you, they sort of give out a quick call, and two of the closest ones pull out their dark sticks, their main ones, and advance toward you, not necessarily coming to attack you. As they approach, though, they're probably about medium range. Call it, "You there! Halt!"
Spins it and then just like catches it abruptly. I would like to use Overwhelming Aura, which commits a force die to add successes to social checks equal to force die committed. Add threat equal to force die to enemy social checks.
Very good. Sa'vo is before you walk out. He says, "Way to take the lead, Gah'Zir. and pat you on the back, and he's going to use Once the Learner, which is going to take, he's going to take 4 strain, which is very dangerous for him, but that's okay. And that will increase your force rating by his force rating. So you'll add 3 to your force rating for that check.
Wow. Okay. Puts me at 4 force die. And I would say back to him, Sa'vo, just be ready to wave that thing around if, when the need arises.
You got it.
So, catches his blade abruptly, still walking, shoulders back, smiling. Yeah, we ran into a few of your guys. Didn't go so well for them, needless to say. I mean, you can see this hunk of junk I took as a souvenir. They talked about wanting lightsabers. Sa'vo, show them what we brought.
So, ding.
Yeah, they thought it was pretty cool too. Look, we just want to talk. There's some big things going on right now. You guys are the least of our concerns, and we can deal with this tonight, or we can start working together in the future. It's up to you. And let's make a coercion check.
And it's just gonna be an easy check. One purple. And I am gonna flip one back. Make it a red, just for fun. Because you have 4 force die on this one as well.
Such a ridiculous pool. Let's see what happens. Wow.
Lord. Ooh, man.
I would use the two light side. With the 3 advantage. Shoot, what do I want to do with that? With a 3 advantage, at the end of I pretty much know I have these guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of it, can I make it turn to be a little bit more sincere? Like I'm not gonna try to kill them. Look, we just want to talk. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay.
So they see as you catch the dark stick, and Sa'vo literally just back with the rest of the group behind you, just from behind the foliage, steps out, waves a saber. The 2 guards now, the rest of that group, so all 8 of them now, and even the dogs are looking at you now. Their eyes go from you to the dark stick, to the saber, to the dark stick, to you, to the saber, to you, to the dark stick. They look around to see if perhaps Osun is somewhere also. And upon not seeing them, and noticing that you are a Phimarian, they say, you, of Phimarvin, possess one of our dark sticks.
I do.
You are a fine warrior indeed, and have, through show of force and skill, obtained the right of speech.
I'm honored. And who is it amongst your village has the right of speech to meet with me? Who speaks for you?
Hunter Osun Vin.
And after him, who speaks for you?
They look around at each other. The 6 of them look around at each other. Or 8 of them look around at each other.
Yeah.
We have not commenced our dueling rights to see our spot filled yet, so...
Well then...
All of us!
Well...
And they look back and say, yeah, all of us, yeah.
It's baby democracy.
I would say none of you. I would say that I speak for you.
So they say...
Unless one of you would like to challenge me. Whips around the dark stick again.
Look. Hmm. Make one more coercion check.
Okay. Hold on. Let me see how this works. Do I get to do overwhelming aura still?
Will you?
I can commit the force die, so I can still have my force die committed to it. It's a social check, yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
it
get.
is a
I wouldn't
social
get the
check for
Sa'vo.
sure.
I wouldn't get the
I'll
Sa'vo
say
stuff.
you won't get the Savos.
That's fine with
so
me.
It'll just be the one. You'll feel.
It's my force die.
You feel that connection go through you.
Yeah.
But now, as you feel the force, the flow of your people, sort of like a conduit come back from the group and be amplified out from you as you speak. You're on a roll now. So hey, I can do this of myself. I can do this from within myself now.
All right. Okay.
And so it is a group. It's not just the one of them, because they're
That's
all
okay.
like, I don't know. Let me see what their total pool is here. Definitely not a still just gonna be one red. That's all I've got for you.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
Don't even need the dark side pivot.
I wouldn't take it.
Okay.
Yeah. What was the name? The name.
Which one? Osun?
Osun. Vin. While we fought, he spoke, and I listened. He said, "Your goal was to survive and acquire the power necessary to thrive on this planet. I am indigenous here, and I work with these people, the Sunstriders, the wielders of the lightsabers that you covet. They would fight for me, they would die for me. Would there be anything on this planet that could kill them? I ask you this one question. Do you want to stand against that power or with it?"
You have proven your might, Phimar Vin and Sunstrider Vin. We have no quarrel with you. You have proven our place beneath you. Kerest Vin and Archon Ghassan, however, may be a different case. But there is wisdom to your words. Our hunters possess no armaments capable of stopping a blade such as that one's. Please, join us at the campfire.
I would.
And he does motion for the rest of you to join as well.
I mean, why not?
No, follow.
It's beautiful.
I said begrudgingly follow.
So one of them runs back into a tent, one of the larger tents, or the largest tent, and comes back with like a rolled up, looks like carpet, and unrolls this long carpet in between these two campfires, and sets out what looks like clay fired jugs, and two large roasted haunches of meat of some kind. Like exceptionally large. Think like a roasted ham on the bone. Please, warriors. Drink and eat with us.
Now, I would do so without hesitation. Out of character.
Mhm.
Do we think that these people poisoned the council?
Oh, you know that the Kerestians were behind that for sure.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Okay, so back in. I would do so without hesitation were it not for the cowardly, deceitful attempt on the lives of our council. How am I to know you wouldn't try such low moves tonight?
A show of good faith. And they all eat and drink first.
Okay.
And make no mistake, it's 2 jugs and 2 haunches. There are no knives or forks. Or they're passing the bone around and everybody's eating and drinking off the same thing.
Okay.
Let's go. Nom, nom.
I thought such tactics beneath such a proud and strong culture. Or perhaps did you know you were outgunned from the start?
It is beneath us of the hunter class.
Gah'Zir, I don't think these guys made any decisions. I
No.
really think it was all the other guy.
Yeah.
Because they seem to kind of agree with everything you say.
Yeah. They referred to him as Vin also. Osun Vin. Maybe that's some sort of title.
Yes, Vin of Kerestians. He has obtained its higher clan ranking through deeds and acts of his own that have exalted him. He is only beholden to the highest class, the Ghassan.
So Ghassan is a class, not a name?
Indian caste
He
system.
kind of thinks, scratches his temple a little bit, drinks from the big clay jug. This is strange to us, but yes. Although they perhaps share the same meaning for you. Clan name, ranking. For us of Kerestian, it is one and the same. The Ghassan, they have led us out of our fate from our homeworld of Kerest.
Where are they now?
They reside in Kerestian. Our town. Not unlike that of yours, of your Riptide.
And if I were to want an audience with the Ghassan, how would I be granted one?
They kind of laugh a little bit. Not in like a chiding way, just in a this seems impossible to them way.
After all, I am Phimar Vin now, beholden only to the Ghassan.
You have proven yourself to the hunter, yes. But the Ghassan are far, far more discerning. I think this thing not impossible. Especially with one of his nature. And he indicates towards Sa'vo. This ability. Oh, actually, he didn't say that. The Ghassan have foreseen things. A device they possess leads them to instruct us on our path. It has not failed us yet.
What kind of device?
An orb of seeing. And he says something definitely in Kerestian, a very harsh, closest for in this language would be forever ice. From our home planet, infused with the power of the great darkness.
What's the great darkness?
He thinks again. It is what is beyond this life. What awaits all Kerestians.
Why Kerestians specifically?
He looks around to some of his other people.
It's above this guy's bigger.
It is our birthright.
So is it like a good place?
Good, bad. It is inescapable and is what awaits us upon leaving this life.
So why do y'all call it the Great Darkness? Is it like really dark there?
They laugh. They do laugh, like you just told a great joke. They all 8 of them, knee slappers, spill some of their liquor. By the way, who's been drinking from the bottle? Not in a poison check
Not
way.
me.
I tried it.
If you have done more than try it, give me an average resilience check, please.
Would you consider this a
Oh boy.
Whoa.
poison, venom, or toxin?
It's alcohol, so yeah, sure.
Technically.
Toxin.
Ooh.
Yeah, I have a
Gah'Zir,
failure to advantage.
Gah'Zir, you are gonna add a boost and a setback to any social checks you have.
Oh, boy.
Laurence, you as well.
Right.
You're feeling a little loose. It's pretty strong stuff. Some backwoods swill.
All right.
You know, it's not so bad.
But,
So,
young
I have-
one, and he points back to you, Bellan. Yes, it's all-encompassing. A dark that even our eyes cannot pierce. And what our weapons, and he sort of where he has like a shoulder sheath for one of his blades. What they gain their name from. They are imbued and born from the great darkness themselves.
Sounds kind of scary, doesn't it?
Nothing to be fearful of, young one. You will rejoice with your clan and loved ones there.
Well, I sure hope I don't bump into him too much.
Hey,
Because it's so dark.
Yeah, exactly. That's the joke.
That's a deep one.
I
That's a deep
do
cut.
assume that would be perhaps problematic. I don't believe you possess a physical body in this darkness, however.
Oh. So it's like the Force then.
I know not of this force of which you speak.
Oh, I'm not really the best to explain the Force.
Nah, you got it, Bellan. Tell him.
No, did you tell him, Laurence?
Bellan,
Nah.
I think this perhaps is a good opportunity.
Kind of leaned into Laurence. I was like, Laurence, you know I've fallen asleep in class a few times when they've been explaining the Force. I'm not good at this.
Nah, you got it.
I'm not good at this. The Force is like I'm trying to struggle to remember. It's a thing that you can't see, but it's all around us and makes up everything. And
the great, like, big bite of the ham.
And it has a will of its own. You can kind of talk to it. And whenever you pass, you become one with it. Or something like that.
How interesting. What does it say?
A bunch of different things. Sometimes it's not really in a literal sense, more of a metaphorical sense, almost like a sign or a vision.
You have a lot of dreams.
Dreams.
Perhaps something easier to understand. Tonight it said that we would overpower Osun Vin.
This sounds not dissimilar. It gives you insight, glances of the future.
In a way. I think
Yes.
it's really up to us to interpret it.
This is not unlike what the Gah'Zir possess with the forever ice. Perhaps we are not too dissimilar.
I mean, we're just all trying to survive, right?
Does this force call to you to join it?
Everyone kind of experiences it different, but I not to me. It's kind of it feels like everyone has a path, and it wants to help you on your path.
I do not believe the hunters possess such connection.
Nonsense.
Well, with our definition, it affects everything. Just from experience, some people see it and some people don't. Like with us, we have the students and our masters, and there's maybe 35 of us out of our entire village.
The moment on a hunt, that you still yourself before the strike on the prey. The force is there.
This I understand.
That intuition, the muscle memory, and things you've done 1,000 times and perfected and honed. But still, there's that intangible feeling. There's the force there.
The outcast. The one of us that has joined you. He spoke of this.
He speaks the truth.
Does he still reside with you?
If I tell you yes, will you try and raid our camp again?
He is no longer Ghassan. He is of his own path.
He was a Ghassan?
He was of the class, yes.
He does reside at Point Riptide. You know, I haven't gotten your name this entire afternoon, evening.
I am Magor.
Magor. I have to ask. After tonight, tomorrow, what will you do? Will we be enemies again?
He looks around to his group, and they're all. Perhaps if we were to challenge you, reclaim our right of speech. But no, we have no need to be enemies. Not this group.
Where will you go? Who will lead your group? I don't plan to stay for long.
The dueling circle will commence upon sunrise.
Well.
What?
Oh, who do we lose?
That's just
I think-
Dom.
I think
He's
Dom's
switching back
connected,
to his
yeah.
computer.
What? If I will be out of line for this, but I will speak for this group. And some of the other ones are like wide eye, like side eye. I'm like, oh my god. If you wish to go to Kerestian, the Ghassan may be interested to hear what you have to say. If not about Riptide or your people, about this comparison between your force and our great darkness.
It's good to know. How will I get there?
It is quite a journey, but Magor will accompany you.
Well, Magor, I may be privileged to speak here, but I don't speak for all of my compatriots. So I'd have to discuss with them before committing to a journey such as that. We may have to come back after visiting our home. But if I don't see you before the sunrise, or if we don't leave before the sunrise, Magor, may the force be with you in the fighting circle.
Thank you. May the great darkness welcome a warrior such as yourself. You may rest here tonight, if you so wish.
We will leave before sunrise.
They will stay up and eat and drink and be merry. But if you guys would like to rest here, you certainly can.
I did have one question. I'll ask Magor. Osun said that something terrible was coming, and that's why your people need the lightsabers. Do you know anything about what that is?
I'm not privileged for that knowledge. But it seems, as the Great Darkness came to reclaim Kerest, it has followed us here to Kerest Ven, in this planet. It seems to me, and some of the other hunters, that perhaps these lightsabers, the antithesis of, that's a big word, the opposite of, the opposite of our dark stick and weaponry, may hold the key to defend ourselves.
Interesting. I may
Do
have
you
some
all
questions.
possess these weapons?
No, it's just a few. They're pretty rare to come by, seems like.
All the more reason for us to possess one.
Could you tell me what the other classes are? You said there's the hunter class and the Ghassans.
And the
Is there
Vin.
and the Vin.
They are the exalted hunters. Those proven.
So, Ghassan, Vin, hunter? Okay.
That is correct.
Interesting. Well, have a good night.
All right, well, sleep. You guys can knock down your strain totals. And heal one wound if you have one for a night's sleep. Sa'vo will do. And upon waking up before the sunrise, which is early, it's only about four and a half hours. But early in the morning, as you all have your own tent as well, which is still tight with 5 of you. But on the morning, upon you all waking, what would you like to do?
I want to go for a morning jog before everyone else wakes up.
Very good, Bellan. Bellan, give me. Just roll your force die for me, Bellan.
Just roll my force die. All right.
Get jog checked.
Right side pip. Okay. Before the sun is up, some of the bioluminescence in the water, krill, everything, as you're jogging down close by the recessed sea. You don't even tire. Your muscles are awake and you feel the wellspring of the force inside your muscles, which has come to you a little bit easier in recent days after the cave.
That's good.
And your head is clear. As you are jogging, however, you get a faint vision.
I do.
It's just like out over the sea. And your brother is holding a pillow, like a small little throw, that has this opaque crystal ball, effectively, sitting atop of it, with frost over the top and almost light smoke rolling off of it, flowing down it.
Wait a minute. And I kind of like think and interpret that. I'm like, the crystal ball the Gah'Zir's have? I kind of start thinking to myself, could probably, like, if we do come in contact with the higher Gah'Zir's that have the crystal ball, like the one that has, like, you know, you could like see stuff with, could probably find out where Dagon is. I kind of just store that in my memory banks. I'm gonna get a little scheming. I go ahead and I start like jogging off more. I'm gonna go wake up the rest of the turds.
Come back in and rouse the rest of the troops.
I wake up Laurence first. I just pull him by his foot really to wake him up. Just like I kind of like drag him a little.
Bellan, it's not even daylight yet.
Well, you know what they say, early bird gets the worm, or something like that. Come on, get up.
Yeah.
Hey.
My head is killer right now. I don't know
Hey.
what's going on.
Do you think we should try to do you think we should try to scare awake JukeBi?
Is he sleeping with his rifle right now?
It is like across my chest, like
Maybe not this time.
Ah, okay. I just walk over to him and I kind of just, hey, JukeBi, hey.
no, they didn't kill us.
They didn't kill us. Sa'vo's still with us, right?
Yeah, he's still asleep.
Hey, do you want to play a prank on Master Sa'vo to wake him up?
What do you think?
Yeah, but I'm gonna stand way over there.
Okay, look, Laurence, follow me.
Oh, okay. You don't. Do you have a
Okay.
plan,
Stay,
or-
stay. Yeah, I've got a plan. Okay, look, stand at his bedside, like by his feet.
Okay.
Okay, and when I say go, I want you to pull on his feet really hard.
Okay. And what are you gonna do?
Just don't worry about it. Okay, and I climb over Sa'vo, and I like fucking pull my pants down so I got my ass out. I'm like, okay, go.
I'm leaving the tent.
And
Timson, quit poking me.
Now.
Yoink.
Let's
And then I run.
let's see here. Let's see here. Give me
Whatever. Yeah.
Give me
Skullduggery.
give me Sure, give me a skullduggery check. It's gonna be 1 red and 2 purples.
Damn.
Ooh.
Love the flip destiny point for it.
Damn.
So, Laurence pulls his foot. Sa'vo just like opens his eyes, laying down. Bellan, why are you showing your hairless nuts to me?
It was supposed to be a prank. It didn't work how I thought. I just pulled my pants up. Sorry, Master Sa'vo.
He scissor kicks you right in the stomach.
It was Lawrence.
Now that's a lie.
Is Gah'Zir outside with me?
You know, they'd put me on a. You'd get me put on a list back on Taurus for that.
Jesus Christ. Although I was just thinking of something I saw in Jackass. I'm pretty sure they did a prank like that because like they just like with an air horn, they just wake up and like get their face all up in their ass. Yeah, that was
Esteemed
that
Star Wars movie hollow drama Slack Ass.
Yes, like that.
Oh,
Yeah, Gah'Zir would probably be outside.
well. Oh. Students, what's the plan?
I mean, I was kind of hoping you would know the next step.
I don't know if we are quite ready to journey to Kerestian, but I don't necessarily know what we would have to do to become more ready. So, should we run back by Point Riptide and then see if they've resolved their leadership issues here? Magor could lead us there.
JukeBi?
I kind of like heading in. I feel like these people like the they like it when you take initiative, and if we really want them to see that we're all on the same side, we kind of got to show them how similar we can be.
Well, perhaps we should go call in the favor from Magor now.
Laurence?
I mean, I just want to be prepared for what we're getting ourselves into going into Kerestian. I mean, again, I kind of can't think of anything that would prepare us more, other than maybe Osun has some more info. You know, maybe we could get him talking. But I don't know.
Yeah, I think we got a lot of information out of Magor. I don't know how much more we could get out of.
I'm just really concerned about what Osun said about something terrible coming. I don't think it's the same thing as what the Phimarians were talking about. I think it's something separate.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah, you're right. So I guess Kerestian then. We all agree on that.
Think so. Magor. And then I kind of head off towards him.
And now the whole camp is resting awake now. Magor eventually comes and finds you, responds to you.
I hate to take away your opportunity to speak for this tribe, but it seems my companions and I are ready to go to Kerestian now. I'll have to take you up on your word.
I thought that might be the case. It is of no matter. Magor's name will become exalted one way or the other.
Very
Perhaps through this.
Perhaps.
We are 30 kilometers south of here. It will be quite a trip.
Lead the way.
Very well. And with that, Magor gives out, speaks in Kerestian to a couple of the others. They seem to be setting up their circle, drawing little ash lines in the sand with some of the burnt logs. But after he says all of that, pets some of the dogs goodbye, and gathers up you guys and leads you on south.
All right. We want to call it there for the night?
We will, yes, in just a moment.
Okay.
It will take about a day and a half of travel, so you guys will have to count one more time. That night, Sa'vo suggests that you guys have a group meditation. So, I want everybody to roll their force die for me real quick.
I got. Thank you, JukeBi.
Had to hit it. Whoa.
Jeez.
Ooh.
Ah!
So as you guys head off further south, it seems to open up into a much larger island chain. It's much harder to see the ocean now as you guys get about 10 kilometers further south. And it begins to get a little bit more volcanic. You guys start gaining some elevation, climbing up and around the ridge of a mountain or an older volcano. Just traveling. Where you guys make camp that night is up on one of these cliff sides. As you guys are meditating, it is not nearly as calming as it should be. As you guys are approaching Kerestian, perhaps it's the mentionings of this great darkness, whatever is weighing on your mind, clouds all of your visions. It makes it harder to find your center. But there is a single thing that you can all sort of pick up on. And at the very end of it, once again, something that is unfamiliar to most of you, but it is a Bormu skull. So for the uninitiated, just a bleached skull sitting in the sand somewhere. But this one has 3 long, pronounced horns coming out of the top of it. They all seem to grow to a point. They're not quite touching, but it seems like something is missing from the middle of it, as if they're supposed to be holding something in place. This troubles Sa'vo, but he isn't quite willing to shed any light on it, or shed any light on why to any of you. And you'll rest for the night, and we will pick up heading into Kerestian proper next week. So, no XP yet. I'll hold off on it till we get through Kerestian, and we'll do morality after that as well.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. So, let's see here. I'll fill this in later. All right. Well, with that in mind, we swap on some sweet Time and Tide, dude. Love this one. And, hey, Sunstrider viewers, dude, thanks for joining us. We're about to swap over to Tales from the Cargo Hold, where we answer great, steaming viewer questions and talk about our game. So, in that case, if you're watching on YouTube, come to the live stream next time. Might be able to come hang out with us. If not, catch us again live next week. Probably on Friday.
All right.
Sunstroke yourself.